Hi guys, how are you? Welcome to this week's video. If you're new here, hi, my name is Bia, I'm a Portuguese illustrator and I basically did a kind of art bootcamp this week. The video is all about that. So to cut a long story short, basically last week I was trying to do an ink drawing and it was just not working and I really hated it. I hated everything about it. I kind of just had a moment that I decided I need to stop and think about what I want to do and what I'm doing right now because it was just not working. I decided to do a short art bootcamp where I just went back to basics and I kind of tried to make myself fall back in love with drawing because I noticed that was just not happening. So this is kind of going to be a kind of very casual, cozy video. So grab your beverages, grab your snacks, and let's start talking. In theory, I wanted to do 7 days, but honestly, the last 3 past days were complete and utter mess in my life. They were just very busy days. Unfortunately, I only was able to do 4 days, like proper full-on drawing days, so I only did 4 days. So day 1 came along and my big attack plan was basically to do figure study. So I got out my big pad of drawing paper. I started really simple. I basically went to the website line of action, chose class mode. I just really wanted to go back to just try and figure things out. So I basically did a page of 30 seconds, did a few of 1 minute, then some of 5. On my first day I did 5 pages of figure studies. I think all took me around 2 hours in total, and then I went to my sketchbook and I just did studies, I looked up still lifes on Pinterest and I just did a few drawings, and then I also just wanted to do sketchy portraits with a pen, and then I also just did some drawings of some flowers. On the first day I basically just noticed that my lines were very messy and I wasn't even quite looking at the figure, I was just doing it. So that's something I really wanted to change. Day 2 was also a day that I was still trying to focus on getting better, so I did some quick drawings of hands and feet. Most artists do find difficult hands and feet. I think I find feet more difficult. I can kind of get around hands, but feet, they're always just a shapeless blob to me. I think something that actually really helped me to kind of start getting a little bit better at figure drawing, actually watching the videos of the artist called Cosmic Spectrum Art on Instagram and here on YouTube. She does like reference videos Wednesdays, I think. Just watching the way that she analyzes references really helped me out, I think. The second day I only did 3 pages of studies, and then I went to my iPad and I also did another page of studies. After that day, I pretty much stopped using my big pad of paper to start drawing, just because I actually found it really easy to sketch on my iPad. Day 3 started with me doing a lot of figure studies again. This time I used a pencil. I really tried my best to switch up the materials day to day. So one day I use pen, another day I use a fountain pen, other day I use markers. I really enjoyed using the Brush Pro Karin markers to just block out colors. They were really nice to use. I used a 4B and a 6B just so it was quite dark and I didn't have to put a lot of pressure on my wrist to get quite dark colors. And then I tried to just do digital drawing. This is actually a freebie for my new shop update. A quick heads up, by the way, my shop is finally opening, hopefully on the 2nd of November. I will do a post on the community tab here just to let you guys know, but in theory, hopefully if everything goes well, the shop will be open on the 2nd and everyone that orders from that shop will get the print of the drawing that I did right now with this little moth guy. And that was the first proper drawing I did after just like deciding to do this boot art camp, and that was on day 3. Day 4 was the last day that I actually managed to paint anything, unfortunately. But it was also a huge day for me. It was actually great. I started with a spread of drawings, of figure studies. Again, I was just really doing them pretty much every single day, and I honestly could tell a difference. I'm definitely going to try and keep this a habit, try and do more figure studies daily. I decided to try and do a proper drawing. I didn't quite know what to draw, so I went for a character I did in 2016. Character I've really been meaning to redraw for a while now, and I was going to cover that with gouache. So I just went ahead and finished the whole drawing with color pencils, and I think it came out really cute and soft and kind of romantic. I like it. And then I decided to do the same character, but this time with gouache. I have not used gouache in a while, but it's one of my favorite mediums of all time and something I really enjoy, so I was quite happy to be the first medium that I tackled after this. Bit of a plug-in here, if you enjoy the way that I use gouache, I'm actually going to be teaching a cohort class on Graphy, so it means that it will be live, and this class will be on the course of 4 different days, so 1 hour per day. And so if you want to check it out, please check out the link down below to sign up, because I think it will be very fun. I'm quite nervous because I'm used to doing SkillShare classes, which are just recorded, so I don't really talk to anyone in the process. So please check it out if you want to maybe learn how to draw with gouache with me. So after that, the next day, I pretty much just sketched a bit, and then I was really busy working for shop update things. And then on the weekend, it was kind of mad as well, so unfortunately I didn't have time to do more. I definitely feel like this was a great experience. I don't think like I changed anything on me, or I wouldn't say this was groundbreaking or earth-shattering difference, but it was definitely good for me to take a break because I was just putting so much pressure on drawing, and I don't know, I think this week was really good for me. I also took a break of posting on YouTube, in case you guys noticed. It had been a while. I did a break of a few weeks ago, but before that I had not taken a break for 2 years, posting on YouTube almost, and it can be quite exhausting to have a video every single week. Plus I try to post at least 3 times a week on Instagram, so it can be a lot. And I think at the time I just started doing drawings to have something to post. So doing this week where I was just drawing for me and to just practice and not have that pressure was really nice. And I totally recommend you guys to do that when you're feeling heavy with the weight of it all. That was kind of my experience of a sort of very tiny art bootcamp thingy. Like I mentioned, I will definitely keep doing the figure studies because I definitely felt better. I really don't have the habit of doing figure studies. I find them quite boring, but after this week, they were kind of relaxing. I would just put some playlist, focus on the drawings, try my best to not trying my best to just photocopy the pose, just trying to understand it. If it looked a bit wonky, it did, but as long as I knew it looked wonky and then I knew how to fix it, to me that was just okay. And it was just really fun to try and focus on line weight. And yeah, so for example, here's the different from my first figure study and here's my last one. Very different, I think. So yeah, in just 4 days. I definitely feel as well happy with the drawings that I was able to do. I'm excited to see how the next drawing goes. I have a few drawings I need to do this week. I need to do some Patreon originals, and speaking of Patreon, these are the rewards for this month. You can still get them until the end of this month, so Halloween. I'm really happy with the rewards this month, so if you want to grab these, you can go on my Patreon down below and get one of your own. Yeah, you can check all my links down below. Instagram, Skillshare, I'll also put my Graphy class, and my shop will be open on the 2nd. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm still a bit frazzled. Even though this was a relaxing week, the weekend was quite tiring, so I think I'm a bit all over the place, but I hope I was able to share with you guys how I felt about this week and how it was, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Next week I'm going to be doing a new space tour, as you guys suggested. I did a poll last week because I mentioned I wasn't going to do a video, so I asked you guys what you wanted to see. It was between the review of the Brush Pro Karin or a new studio tour, and the new studio tour won. So that's the next video. I'm really excited to film it. I definitely need to clean some things up and reorganize some things to make sure It looks really, really nice. Thank you so much for your support and for being so kind to me. You guys are always the best, and I just want to say thank you. As usual, all my links are down below. Subscribe, leave a like, comment down below, all that good stuff. Let me know, do you do figure studies normally? I think it would be kind of fun if I made like art bootcamp challenge where I just did some prompts that you guys could do with me. That's gonna be fun. Let me know if you think that would be kind of fun, where we just did a little art bootcamp all together. I think that would be really, really nice. I kind of want to do that. Let me know down below if that's something you like to do. So I've rambled enough. I'll see you in my next video, and thanks for being here as always. Bye guys.